Boy, nothing good than a nice, hot, warm shower early in the morning, a beautiful day in Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, you're currently watching the most intelligent man alive in the universe. And I'm back. And the Texans got the Jaguars this week. We came fresh off a bye, and it couldn't have came any sooner. Texans are coming in at 5-3. And we are marching right into Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars at 2-6. And Jacksonville almost beat Kansas City last week. I was actually very shocked. The final score was 19-14. I think Jacksonville had a pretty good chance to win that game. Actually went back and saw the highlights. I really thought that they had a really good chance to win that game. Since they fired Greg Olsen, they've actually playing a little bit better. Actually, defense is stepping it up too. But at the end of the day, this is hate week. Fuck the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get this thing started. All right, so the only Jaguars fans I know of is Llama. A guy that has a llama picture on his profile. There's Tekken is My World. There's Jagganoff, which is a real cool cat. Him and his wife. I think his wife's name's Ashley. Real cool girl. You got T. Kirk. You got this other guy. He screams in the car. He kind of reminds me of me. I can't think of his name at the moment. You got Devontae, and there's another guy. Here, I got the list here. So that way I don't sound like an idiot. You got Duvall, Devontae, you got Tekken, you got Randall, Jagganoff, Ashley, T. Kirk. I think I pretty much said everybody on this list here, and that llama guy, I think his name's got to be in here somewhere. But anyways, now that we got all that out of the way, and I gave a shout out to Jacksonville Jaguars fans, because y'all guys are some cool people. I've done hangouts with y'all. But let's get to this hate week, shall we? All right, so we're marching into Jacksonville, which I believe Jacksonville has not won a home game yet this year, and the Texans have not won a road game. Okay, fine. That's common sense, right? So if we both are winless in this situation, then who trumps out? Who gets the first victory? To tell you the truth, everybody's saying, and I've been hearing this on Facebook a lot, oh, this is a trap game, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this game. You know, after they fired Greg Olsen, I mean, you rearrange the deck to the Titanic, and it's a sinking ship with a head coach that's like 50, or I think he's like 14-43 or something like that as a head coach, somewhere around there. Just he's on pace for the worst record in NFL history. All right, he's probably, if he's not on pace, he's almost there. So basically, Gus Bradley is still operating the ship. Now he's going to get fired at the end of the year, and I really do think so. But in the meantime, this week he's still the head coach, and I think as long as that doofus is the head coach, I think the Texans march in with the win, regardless of the fact that we're 0-3 on the road, regardless of the fact we've been outscored 88-32, regardless of all that. I think that we got a good enough team to win this game against a struggling Jacksonville Jaguars. You got to remember something, people, before you start hating about our road record. We are dominant in our division. We have already beaten the Colts. We have already beaten the Titans. We are 2-0 in our division. And we should sweep the Jaguars. It's nothing personal, guys. We should sweep you. Let's go through your roster, all right? First of all, you got Blake Bortles. Yes, he's 6'5", but he still looks kind of like a linky shrimp. And it looks like he can't even see past the offensive lineman, because a lot of his passes, when he's throwing it deep downfield, are very inaccurate. And I know you can say the same thing about Brock Osweiler. But the fact is Blake Bortles is only good for screen passing and short out post routes. All right? Cross patterns, short routes, stuff like that. If you need a 2nd and 5, Blake Bortles is the man to put under center. Because when he throws the ball deep, his passes are so inaccurate, it's just disgusting. But I will admit, he's probably better than Brock Osweiler for the moment, for the time being. And then you got a guy like TJ Yeldon. He's a pretty good running back. I'm not going to lie to you. He's okay. He's average. But the thing is, if you don't have an offensive line that blocks, it really doesn't matter if you got a decent running back or not, because Jacksonville Jaguars, they don't really have a good offensive line. And I know you can say the same thing about Texans, whatever, but you're not going to be able to get too many running yards on our defense, even with the missing link of J.J. Watt, the beast. But you're still going to have, you know, John Simon should be coming back this week. You know, you're still going to have Whitney Merciless. You're still going to have Devaniel Clowney. You're still going to have Vince Wilfork on the line. You're still going to have Devin Still. Devin Still actually is coming back from some kind of hand injury, I was told. He should be playing this week. He's good to go. And I think our defensive line is going to hold. I think it's going to be able to stop the running game. Now, the question is, how are we going to do against the pass? You got Allen Hurns and Allen Robinson. Now, Allen Robinson's numbers, or is it more of Allen Hurns, I believe? His numbers are actually down this year. And I don't know if I could say the same for Allen Robinson. I know he's a beast, and if he went to a team like New England, whoo, man, watch out. He'll be having some MVP-like caliber numbers from Tom Brady. But when you got the fact that your offensive line don't block and you got an average quarterback in Blake Bortles, not to mention you got a doofus of a dumbass of a moron head coach, it's going to be very impossible for you guys to win this game. And you know that the Texans are good against division opponents, and that's what gives us the advantage in this game, despite our 0-3 record on the road. I think the Texans win this game, and I'll just be reasonable, 27-17. I think the Texans will win this game. Now, the defense, I'm not going to lie, the Jacksonville Jaguars don't really have much of a pass rush. So our O-line doesn't really have to be that bad because we have a pass rush. They don't. If we have a pass rush, we'll be able to get to the quarterback. Jacksonville doesn't have a pass rush. So I think as long as Brock Osweiler can connect to guys like Jalen Strong, Keith fucking Murphy, Ferkowitz, Griffin, which is our other tight end, and if he can connect to Alfred Blue on screen passes and stuff like that, or little short passes, I think, to be honest with you, I think we can win this game. I think we have the roster that's good enough to win this game. Now, of course, jagging off and all the Jacksonville fans are going to be probably debating every little thing I say down to the T. But just admit this: when you see Lavon Miller running the ball and rushing for 150 yards, you know that guy's beast mode this year. This guy is averaging some of his best numbers in his career since he's put on a Texan uniform. We may not have too much, but we have a little bit. We are a little bit more organized in Jacksonville, even though I still think the AFC South is fairly weak and nobody's running away with this division. Could this be a trap game? Could Jacksonville come out and beat us? Yes, because they're a division opponent, and division opponents know each other more well. We study on each other. We play each other twice a year. So, of course, there's more game film. But ultimately, I still think the Texans find a way to win this game. I think we'll do just enough in the passing game. I think Ferkowitz will probably have a touchdown. I think Lavon Miller could probably get a touchdown. If DeAndre Hopkins is DeAndre Hopkins of the old last year and a little shades of this year from the beginning of the year, I think he'll have a touchdown as well. Like I said, I think 27-17 Texans win this game. I'll be looking forward to Jaguars' response, but I don't see why the Texans don't go 6-3. And if you guys want to join a hangout later with your boy, just let me know, and I'll get on a Jaguars hangout. I wanted to announce the winner of last week's little poll that we did for the Jaguars-Chiefs score. And maybe I'll set something up like that for this week. But until then, I'll be waiting for you guys' replies, and I'm officially signing out.